Most of you will know that a new digital mental health resource directory has been released by eMhPrac, and I just wanted to see how effective it might be for someone to find support. And I can see there's different types of functions, which is very true. So that's something that people need to know, that there's different functions of and different types of mental health resources for specific reasons. There is some organizations here, and I just tried to see if there's anything for people from culturally linguistically diverse backgrounds, right? People who from person of color, people from migrant backgrounds, and unfortunately, all that comes up is Beyond Blue, which is a fantastic organization. But let me see if I changed psychological intervention, or if I just go back to that. What comes up? Counseling online, that's not too bad. Gambling online, yep, I can quit. This way up, which is a fantastic service anyway. So there's all kinds of resources available here, but as you can tell, it can be a bit overwhelming for someone who is looking for information, and also in a very stressed out state of mind. There's a few more here. Unless you know what those resources are, and I would have loved for them to just it's right next to Panda. For it's for young parents, and it's for first-time parents in the first 12 months. And Smiling Mind, that's it's an app, right? This way up, it's a referral pathway, and Carer is for carers specifically, which can often be quite challenging for people. Well, let's look at peer support, which is an interesting space. Carer peer support group, but other than that, really, and Grief Line, I don't think it's still active. So I think that information there is not necessarily current. Let's have a look at screening and referral, and there is Alcohol and Drug Foundation. Doesn't sound specific. Daisy is an app that I've heard about to do domestic violence, but even I don't know what it's doing in screening and referral. So it might be really confusing for someone looking for help. And I know this is mainly for practitioners, but realistically, we practitioners should be ideally sitting down with people and helping guide them through this. Positive choices is a service that I've heard of once before, but I haven't ever tried it. But I've looked at it. It's a good service. Raising children doesn't get as much airtime as it should, because there's so much information available there. So yes, people. So that's what I'm looking at from my perspective. Yes, from a First Nations perspective, from a crisis perspective, that's also something that can be quite important, and that's interesting from a crisis perspective. There are um, not so relevant services coming up. DRS to DRS, that's also a good service, but that's specifically for doctors, right? So I think a little bit of breakdown, maybe a little pop up when you put your mouse over, would be really good. So eMhPrac, that's just some thoughts from a counselor about how I might feel when navigating the website. Thank you.